This is the view from my bedroom window. See, there's the ocean right there. And there's the city. Lots of buildings. You look down. This is the view from my window at sunset. See? Can't see the colors very well, but it's very pretty. There's lots of purples and greens, and there's a cargo ship way out there. This is the view from outside my window at night. See all the cool lights coming off of all the buildings in the city. It's really nice to look at.
So you wanna be a rock superstar and live large, big house, 5 cars, you're in charge, coming up in the world, don't trust nobody, gotta look over your shoulder constantly.
Hi again. Sorry it's been so long. Oh my god. I haven't really done that much, so I didn't get a lot of filming, and I didn't want to give you guys just me talking, so. But for the past 2 weekends, I have gone out of the city, and I've seen many places, and I have done many things. Okay, well, maybe not that much. But here's what I've gotten to do in the past 3 weeks. Well, first of all, before going out of the city, I got to see some of the parts inside the city. I went to La Rambla, which is like a promenade or beachfront where people go and sit and they look at the ocean or they drink mate. Remember mate? I found out that the stuff inside mate is actually called yerba, or herb. So people drink mate and talk and hang out, and it's sort of like going to the beach, except there's not really much of a beach. But and people go walk their dogs down there, and it's really cool. And there are a bunch of apartments alongside. And those apartments are some of the more expensive ones. They're also some of the really nice ones during summer. During winter, they get kind of cold because of wind and, you know, yada, yada, yada. So I got to go walk along the La Rambla and the promenade and see all of that. I was also able to go to El Puerto de Montevideo. It's one of the oldest ports in Montevideo. And there's a lot of cargo and export ships around there, and lots of museums, as well as an awesome marketplace. Little doggy! And it was really fun. And so then we got to go to Saltos! Woo! Now, most of you are probably thinking, what? Saltos? Well, Saltos is a little out in the country. It's about 6 hours away from Montevideo. So we had to take a bus. And not one of the really crappy buses like we usually do, but a really nice bus. So we got our tickets and we went to Saltos. Well, we actually got off a little before Saltos, because we were going, well, me and my mom's friend, we were all going to the thermal baths. Yes, thermal baths. Kind of like hot springs. They take water from the ground, warm water from the ground, and they put it in the pools, and you swim in it. And it's really, really warm, and it can get up to 102 degrees or something, and you go in the sauna, and you get a massage, and you relax all day. It was nice. So we got to do that, and we got to go to the night market there and look at a whole bunch of stuff, and I had some of the best fruit juice ever. It was fresh, and it was delicious, and it was strawberries. Love strawberries. Yeah, love strawberries. Love strawberries. So I got to go to this market thing, and I got to look at all the different stuff that they had, and it was pretty cool. They had a lot of stuff. Not as much as the ferias here, but they had a lot of stuff. So we also went to this food place that was really, really good, and I had fish for the first time in a long time, and it was good. It was really good. We stayed at a nice little hotel called the Aguas Calientes, and it was just a short walk down to the thermal baths, and you can see all the restaurants along here. There was a Western style place, looked like something out of like an old movie, and they had pizzeria and all that stuff. You know, the usual restaurants you'd find around here. And there's also a market nearby, over there. See it? It's the same as the night market I was telling you about, except it's lit up at nighttime, so it looks really cool. Here it's just during the day. And people were walking over there. There were some people even in their bathrobes. Sorry, the camera's so shaky. I'm not very good at walking with it yet. I don't think I'll ever be. So we got there, and there's the entrance. There are these people that were riding around on their bikes with announcements on the back. Here's the entrance, yay! That's the thermal baths that we went to. And the thermal baths are to the right. To the left is a water park, but it's kind of cold, so didn't really want to go there. But this is the entrance, entrada. Got nice little statues and everything and plants, so kind of makes you feel relaxed, I guess. I don't know, something like that. And yeah, that's pretty much what we did in Saltos. So we came home from Saltos, and we just had like a lazy week. I slept through most of it, taught a little bit, went out a bit, you know, just the usual stuff. And then the next weekend we went to Colonia. Woo! Now Colonia is kind of like an old city. It is a very old city. It's the oldest city in Uruguay. And we got to see a church, and we got to see buildings, and we got to see an old port, and we got to see the foundation for an old fort as well, and that was really cool. So we got to look at all this stuff, and we actually went into the church, which is the oldest church in Uruguay. It's pretty cool. Got to learn some cool stuff.
Really?
And so we got to see all these old buildings, and we looked out at the ocean, and look at the ocean, it's so pretty.
There were Spanish galleons, like in the 1760s.
This is another part of Uruguay. This is Colonia, I guess, as I said before. This is the entrance to Colonia. Well, really not the entrance, but it's more like the entrance to the fort. And it's really cool. And there's the Colonia del Sacramento. I guess that's what it's called or something. And there's people walking in, and there's a little market in there, and there's also people hanging out. And this is the beach, or the ocean area. And there's a lot of people looking out, and there's a small pier with a lighthouse on it to make sure boats don't crash into it. And this is where Spanish galleons used to be, way back when. And they would park here or tie their boats here, and this is where they would end up landing. And you can see there's lots of ocean area. It's very nice. It's really cool. And there's lots of rocks, and it looks very cold, especially because it's in the middle of winter. I don't think I'd want to jump in there right now.